Hey, what's up guys, Risen Focus here, and welcome back to another Injustice 2 video. Last time I went over Gorilla Grodd, and you guys really liked that combo video. Some of you asked for more tutorials, so I decided to go over Supergirl because that's who I'm training now, and I really like her. And I'm going to go over general tips, things worth mentioning while I was training with Supergirl, common mistakes that I often came across, which you guys might come across too, which is why I'm going to cover it. And then I'm going to get to the combos. So if you're only interested in the combos, you don't really want tips and seeing where I messed up, then fast forward later into the video and find the section with combos. Alright, so let's jump right into this. The first thing I want to show you is this combo right here. Now notice that at the very beginning I did a cross up, and that's how it started. If you press 2, you're going to miss. And 2 is in triangle. When I talk about 2, 1s, and 3s, 1 is square, 2 is triangle, and 3 is X. Normally, I actually never talk in those terms, but I learned that's how the community likes to talk, and actually fighting games in general, so that's what we're going to go with throughout this video. When you cross up and press 2, you're going to miss. What you want to do is you want to press 2, and then you want to press 1, or you want to press 1 twice, as in square twice. You don't want to press triangle twice, because you're going to miss, and triangle's in 2. I'm actually still getting used to talking in those terms. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. And here's a combo you're going to see later in the video, and I want to go over this right now. She's hidden his legs, and then she's converting that into the freeze. So notice that the hits, they're still going. If you time it just right and do the freeze breath right after the low kick, you can actually do a combo out of that. So here's the next thing I wanted to cover. This combo right here, I catch it with the freeze breath. I just wanted to say, don't hold the freeze breath during the combo. You want to get the freeze out as fast as possible, so you want to meter burn that as fast as you can. You don't want to hold the breath like you would on the ground. Once they're in the air and you're juggling them, you don't want to hold 2. You want to meter burn it right away. Now the next thing I wanted to mention really quick are the super combos that I showed later in the video. So notice that I did all this flashy stuff there in the corner, and then I went ahead and did this combo right here. There's Batman just getting wrecked, going through asteroids, plummeting toward the earth. That is 386 damage. Now if you just do away in 3 and you do what you just saw there, this is going to do more damage than the previous combo. And that leads into the next little segment here. I did some flashy footwork, but this is what I will always do right there, as you just saw. So I did away in 3, you jump up in the air, and you do 3, and when you land, you just do super. The reason I'll do that compared to the fancy footwork is because notice it is 531 damage, and the one before that, with the little back 1 and 2, that ends up doing 540 damage. And the one here is just 531. It's really not a big difference. So I'm better off just doing 3 in the air, landing, and then just doing my super. There's not much of a damage difference. But ultimately, it's up to you what you want to do. Now, this combo right here in the corner, this has the most damage, believe it or not. The forward and 3 does more damage than the back and 3. You're really going to get them with that move, I guess, after you've been hitting their legs and you decide to do an overhead like that. Now this next thing I wanted to show you is pretty awesome. This is like the closest to an infinite that Supergirl can get. So you're doing the freeze breath and you just keep doing that over and over again, but there comes a point where you're not able to freeze him anymore. If you look at the hit count, it starts over, so he has an opportunity to block. But if you're going against someone who's really bad with cross-ups, you can integrate something like this into your strategy. The infinite strategy, but it's not really an infinite because they can get out of it. Alright, on to the next thing I wanted to mention. This combo right here. Now check this out. The reason I'm putting this in here is I just wanted to say they have to block from all crazy angles. Up top, then low, then the opposite direction, because you're doing that special where she flies off the screen. Sort of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Off of this combo, I'm really not good at getting that freeze. I'm never going to try to freeze him because I don't think it's actually possible to after this specific combo that I'm doing. In the next combo that you can see right here, I did back 1 and 2 to see if that would make any difference, but I don't know why I thought that, because hitting him more is going to make him drop faster. And as you can see, I just missed again. So because I missed on both of those attempts, this is what I will always do. This right here, this specific combo, when I decide to pick this one. Back 1, 2, 3. Just like that. I won't attempt to freeze them, and I don't think you should try to freeze them either, because I think it's kind of impossible with this specific combo. Now what I'm about to say is probably going to help you guys out every single match. If you didn't find the previous stuff useful, you're definitely going to find this one useful. your very first punch in the beginning of the match. I think is pretty interesting. Forward 2, back 1. These are your two options that you can do when you're first beginning, which is really fast. And I'm actually going to open up the frame data and show you guys how long it takes to actually do these. Now, it wasn't until this very moment I made this video to ever look at the frame data. I never paid attention to that in Injustice 1, but when I made this video, I was like, actually, this is pretty useful. I can see why people look at the frame data. The back and 1 is actually faster by 3 frames than the forward and 2. These are combos that you can do at the very start, as you can see here. And the reason you would look at the frame data is so you can see which moves are the fastest compared to others, because you want a really fast move at the very beginning so you can get that first hit, and if you get the first hit, you get a meter reward, which sets you up for your combo. Now maybe they're a jumper. If they're a jumper, down, back, 1. Now you want to get good with the back 1 because that's faster than the forward triangle, but you can do either. Now you can mix it up and do stuff like this, throw the whirlwind, which is actually called Kryptonian Force. So those are just some options you have at the very beginning of the match. Personally, I would always like to do Freeze Breath, because if you forget the combo for a second, Freeze Breath actually, well, Frost Breath, I mean, that actually lets you remember your combos for just a moment, because sometimes I totally blank out and I forget everything. But doing the Frost Breath, that allows you to kind of collect yourself and get ready for what's to come. Alright, now check this out. This is what your opponent has to do in order to block the moves that I just showed you. This is insane. This is something I don't think many people are going to be able to do, or at least in the heat of the battle. Overhead, low, and then the opposite side. Check that out, see? And I'm going to put this in slow-mo, so cross up, overhead, then low, then you're hitting them on the opposite side. This is why this is such a good combo. Overhead, low, and then you're hitting them on the opposite side, so they actually have to hold the other direction. If you're fighting someone who's really bad at doing cross-ups, this would actually work out in their favor, because they're still going to be holding the opposite directional button when you swing around across the screen and hit them on the opposite side, because then they have to hold the right directional button because you're hitting them on the left side after you swing out of the sky. But this is such an awesome combo, so you should train with that one. Speaking of training, I made a lot of reoccurring mistakes happen over and over and over again, like seriously, and I still make these mistakes occasionally. If I mess up, it's going to be one of these things. What we're looking at right here is the away, 1, 2, and then the Frost Breath. So I have so much trouble with this. It'll look like that right there. I end up just hitting him once or hitting him twice, and I'll fail to do the Frost Breath. And the way I got around this, yeah, for every single one of these mistakes, guys, I'm going to list how I solved it. So, well, still a problem, but how I get better at it. What I do is, my mistake was I would let go of the right direction button too early. So I really made a point to hit 1 and 2 while I was holding on to that directional button before I even did the Freeze Breath. You gotta get that command in before you do the Freeze Breath. If you let go of that directional button too early, you'll end up hitting him just once or twice. But then I wasn't hitting that left directional button, so I really make an emphasis to hit that other directional button to get that Frost Breath in. Basically, I have a problem with directional buttons. So this is another horrible problem. Horrible. So this is what I'll do. I'll kick him like that. This is what I want to do. This right here. And that is down, away, 1. That's how you do that move. So this, and don't get overwhelmed by this. All this is the Girl of Steel combo. Forward, 2, and then 3. Then you do down, back, 1. I emphasize that left directional button before I hit the square. The 1. So the down, away, 1. I really made a point to hit that direction button to get her to swoop up and stay there like that. I think I miss that directional button a lot, and that's why it thinks I'm doing the one combo move, Power Arrayo, and since I missed that back button, I end up doing the Power Arrayo combo, forward, 2, 3, 1, which is basically what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing when you miss that directional button. So since that's the problem, I really make a point to hit that away directional button. One other thing I want to mention is that you have to wait a little bit. There's a weird delay before you hit 1. And you gotta wait a little bit, and it takes a little getting used to. I'd say hit him right when he's at her waistline. It's not as easy as Darkseid. With Darkseid, it's like as soon as you hit him in the air, you can hit him again immediately to do the stomp move. And it's so easy with Darkseid, but for some reason with Supergirl, they put a weird delay in. So here's another problem I was having. I was having trouble grabbing my opponent after I do this move right here. This is the Girl of Steel move. So in order to grab him, you do down and then L1. So the way I solved this was I would hold down L1 between the second and third hit. So there's the second hit right there, and there's the third hit, and I would hold it between that. Here's another problem I was having. Meter burning that throw. So what I want you to do is imagine there's a line. Well, I'm going to place a line on the screen to help show this to you. But when you're practicing or in a fight, you could picture a line right there. If you hit R2 on the left side, you're always going to get it. And when he's directly in center. If he's on the right side of the line, when you hit it, you're never going to get it. Even though his head is over the line, his torso needs to be over the line. So you definitely don't want to be too early when you hit R2. So if you wait a little longer, you'll never go wrong, unless you're doing it like right when he hits the ground. That's not good. Alright, so hope you guys found those things useful, the general tips, and then the common mistakes I had when training with Supergirl. I really like Supergirl because she's really good with cross-ups. I love doing the cross-ups. That's why I really enjoyed Superman from the first game. As you can tell, there's all kinds of combinations that you can do with her. Hitting them, going under them, dashing under them, then dashing over them, and just mixing it up like that. So she's a pretty fun character. I really like her. I hope you guys found this video useful. This video took a really long time to make, so giving this video some love would be appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck training with Supergirl. And I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the combos.